Hello and welcome to another episode of the Northern Ireland Women's Football Show with me, Jana McCabe. Today I'm delighted to be joined by St Oliver Plunkett's captain Leah McGonigle and Crusaders Strikers winger Mairead McCann. Thank you both for joining me today. Leah, you're obviously going into the championship this year. Are preparations well underway?
Yeah, we officially started pre-season last week, so everybody's excited.
Is there a little bit of added pressure going in as Division 1 champions?
Not really. I think we're just excited for the new challenge.
Mairead, obviously you're well underway as well.
Yeah, we started the first weekend in February, so we've got a good few weeks behind us for pre-season.
How does it feel to be back?
Do you know what? The break was good, but you miss it, and it's good to be back and just to kind of work on our fitness levels and get back with the girls and get that bond back again before the season starts.
Leah, you haven't really taken off season as time to relax. You seem to have started playing GAA again.
Well, not again. This is a new sport I've just took up. I've never played Gaelic before.
Ever?
No. So it's going to be fun because I think I'm going to be flat out because you have your Gaelic on your Monday and then throughout the week you're training with Gaelic and soccer, and then obviously Wednesday nights will be the championship games.
How many days is there in the week for you? Come on.
I know, I don't know where I'm fitting it all in, but it'll be fun.
How do you think that will work with your football? Are you excited for the kind of multitasking and all that?
Yeah, but I'll obviously prioritise the football because that's my sport. Where Gaelic, I'm just sort of taking it up because, I don't know, I'm nuts a wee bit.
Right. Do you fancy that, getting another sport on top of football?
I used to play Gaelic growing up, so I played for local clubs back in Derry where I lived, and I played county, so it's a good sport, you will enjoy it.
You're used to it. Any advice of how to multitask everything and be used to it all?
Just don't burn yourself out and you'll be alright.
Mm-hmm.
Finished third in the league last year. Hoping to build on that this year?
Yeah, like every season you go into, you want to build on it, you want to grow. Like we'll keep getting the cup finals. I would like to be able to win one year. Hopefully this could be our year, and we've came third, as you said, but I would like to be able to climb maybe into second, and then along the line, the aim is to try and win a league trophy.
Who's going to be your big competition? Obviously Glentoran have signed well, Linfield have signed a lot of new players, and Cliftonville have added as well.
I think they'll all be a challenge. There's always that competition between us and the Glens, us and Cliftonville, because obviously the home derby and stuff. But I think every team this year they've got new players and new signings, so it's going to be a challenge no matter who you play. You just can't underestimate the team that you're playing and just give the performance on the day.
What about those newbies? You've had a bit of trouble in the past with new teams coming up.
Yeah, I think the girls get a wee bit complacent and thinking that because they've came up from a lower and then they expect to go out, because obviously it's like all your Crusaders, you're expected to do A, B and C. But no, again, we'll just focus on just giving the performance on the day and just putting the challenge to them as they put the challenge back to us, and hopefully we come away with the wins.
Have you been keeping an eye on Lisburn Rangers?
I've seen them play a few times last year, yes. They've got some talent players in the league. I'm looking forward to playing against them. Again, new teams, new faces and new challenges is exactly what you need in the top league.
Leah, same with you, new faces, new challenges. Obviously you're the newbies in the league. Are you excited to get started and see what the championship has?
Yeah, because I feel like last season we played St James's in the PWC Cup and at Lenadoon, and I didn't really see much of a difference in standard. So we've come up against teams in the championship before, so we're sort of half know what they expect, but yeah, no, it'll be exciting and it'll be a good challenge for us, and especially because last year when we were playing in the Division 1, there was a couple of comments made on like social media from other teams or spectators, and they were sort of saying that we walked the Division 1, but I actually took more of offence to the comment because I was like, we actually had to put in a lot of work. We actually worked hard, and Camlock gave us a good run last season. So yeah, it'll be even more exciting just coming up against the bigger teams and the better players. So no, I'm looking forward to it.
In a way, do you kind of want to prove those comments right though in this league, kind of prove yourself that you can compete in the championship and that you kind of did walk Division 1, that you were too good for it?
Well, I feel like we will compete in the championship. I feel like we're capable of it, but I just feel like a lot of work has to go in. Like we had to put a lot of work in. It wasn't just like we were playing against lower standard teams, because some of the teams did give us a good go. Do you know what I mean? But no, yeah, we're really looking forward to it.
What do you know about those teams in the championship you'll be competing against?
Not a lot, I'm not going to lie. I really don't pay attention to anybody else. And we always, every time we go into a game or we have an upcoming fixture, or like the thing we always say is just worry about ourselves and I think that's why we've done so well so far.
Is that still going to be your mentality even in the championship?
Yeah, it probably will. Because see, to be fair, you have a lot to worry about in your own squad and your own team about what goes on. You just don't have the time or energy to be worrying about. I just leave that to the manager, and then I'll turn up on the day.
And Mairead, obviously this will be your 10th year. Bit of pressure being your 10th year, something special to happen?
Well, I'm hoping that we do get some silverware this year to mark the 10-year anniversary for myself. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Every year at football, you always look forward to it. It's just that I think this is the longest club that I've been with, and I hope I've got many more years to come.
I don't want to put a little bit of a scud on you, and I don't want to put it out too much, but you haven't won silverware with Crusaders as senior level. Surely you're dying to do that.
Yes, I think the day we do it, I'll be ecstatic. But again, it's just the work rate, because girls always put the work rate in. It's just on the day, it's just a bit of bad luck on our side. It always gets us to the runners-up, unfortunately.
You'll be running over to do interviews whenever you win.
Yeah, I'll be straight to you then.
Good. So you've got this on camera now, everybody knows. Leah, with you as well, is there a bit of hope that maybe you could, be the ones that win and maybe come runners up even and get promoted too?
Yeah, I mean, football, anything can happen. So, but we don't really have much expectations. We're not going in with the mindset that we're going to blow everybody out of the water and we're going to win the championship, but we do want to do well in it. So it'll be a good challenge.
We're going to take a short break from the studio here, and it's safe to say that over my time, particularly in 1880, we've done some interesting interviews, and it's been great to see the growth of women's football in Northern Ireland. And we're going to catch up with one of the biggest Northern Ireland female fans in the world, possibly. But Colin needs to find her first. Over to Colin.
Chippy, you've been very hard to catch up this morning. You've been running around the park like nobody's business.
I have indeed been hiding in trees and statues and branches and all sorts of stuff.
People think you're trying to avoid me, is that correct? You're a bit scared of doing an interview, are you?
I'm shy, terribly shy.
So when was your first game following the Northern Ireland women?
The very first game was actually in Southampton. I've been supporting Northern Ireland my whole bare life, since I was born, or bought, should I say. But yes, I went to Southampton with my friends from the 22nd Ladies, and the first game we nearly missed because of travel issues, trying to get, because the first game we went to was the England opening game, so the travelling issues we had was trying to get from the opening game in Manchester then down to Southampton. Somebody had the bright idea to get the coach, and they shouldn't have, so the coach was late, cancelled I think at the end, and we ended up all jumping into an Uber. Cost us 90 quid to get from London down to Southampton, but we made it. I think we were possibly 4 minutes late for the match, but we made it, and we haven't missed a Northern Ireland game since.
That's some record. In terms of Northern Ireland games, what's been your favourite game for the girls?
The favourite one, I think, is probably the game in the Aviva against Ireland, the very first one. We had an amazing experience down there. Although we lost the game, it was a great game to watch. The atmosphere was unreal. The fans that came down to Dublin to support Northern Ireland were incredible. There was obviously, we were outnumbered between ROI fans and NI fans, but all I heard that night was NI fans and NI songs and NI chants, and absolutely amazing, and enjoyed what Dublin has to offer later on that night as well. So back up the road with a bit of a sore head the next day.
Looking forward to later this month. We've got a big game coming up against Macedonia. Your thoughts on that? Do you think we can win this one?
Oh, 100%, yes. With the young talent, the great young talent coming through, and hopefully they get through and everyone's fit and healthy, no injuries, and obviously the new manager Tanya. We have high expectations going into these next playoff games, and in future qualification games.
Okay, Fernie, well, thank you very, very much for talking to us today, and hopefully you enjoy your rest of your day in the park, and we'll see you at the next Northern Ireland game.
Thank you.
Let's not go bear hunting anymore.
I barely believe Colin had to do that interview, but thank you to Fernie the Bear for that. It's great to hear your opinions and everything. We'll go back to the studio and you'll definitely have to answer me with more answers than Fernie did. Leah, we've talked a lot about you going up as squad. You've obviously moved up divisions, but the squad kind of has stayed the same, the structure of it.
Yeah, I would say maybe the last 3 years it's been the same core group of players, and we've had the same management then, so it's been good, and it's been working with us.
That must really help though, to help you push forward.
Yeah, because a lot of our girls actually, probably 95% of our team are girls that have played for us from they were really young, that have come up through the junior age groups. So it's good now having them in at senior, because we've known each other years, and when you have that relationship with everybody, when it goes out onto the pitch, it helps a lot.
Your twin obviously plays as well. Is that a little bit of added pressure?
No, just probably a lot more fights and friction at times anyway. But no, I do. I love playing with my sister. Me and her have actually, if we look back, and we were discussing this when we just won the league there in last summer, and we were saying about how we played in the NIWFA from we were probably like 10 years now, and well, maybe just less, but we played when it was like structured as like North 2, and then we never ever expected to be like a championship team, because like we were like back in the day, like we never won games, like we were like low ranked. Everybody loved to play us because we were always getting beat, and then me and her have stuck together like the whole way through, so it was like a nice rewarding touching moment for the two of us. We were just like, how did we get here? It was like a pinch me moment. It was good, so I enjoy playing with her.
That's lovely that you kind of have that on the pitch. You've probably got your biggest fan, but maybe also the person that'll whack you if you don't defend well or something.
Yeah, and I'm the same with her. If she's not putting the ball in the back in it, she's getting it in the air, and then me and her end up, it's back and forth on the pitch, but no, it's good.
What about when one of you scores? Are you straight over to her being like, look at me, or no?
Well, I don't really score as much as what she would, but I always do praise her, especially when she does well. Yeah, we're very supportive of each other.
I was giving you an easy one there because I wasn't going to mention the fact that she plays up front, so obviously scores more goals. Yeah. Should have given me that. No. Well,
recently I've been playing centre back, so I think I only got like 1 goal this season. But no, she's been on the score sheet a lot more than me, and she loves it, but I'm not really bothered.
You say you're not bothered. Do you want to score more this year? Would that kind of be one of your goals?
Yeah, this year I would love to get back in the centre midfield and get on the score sheet a lot more. I feel like I can give more in centre midfield than when I have been playing centre half, but we'll just see what the season brings.
Maybe be the twin with the most goals?
Yeah, we could start a competition.
Mairead, obviously you're on the wing. You obviously know where the net is, and you've scored plenty of goals in your career.
Yeah, I've scored a good few, but being on the wing, I take pleasure in crossing the ball in and doing the assists, because it's not that much pressure. When you're in front of the goal, you have to put it in, but if you're on the wing, all you need to do is get that ball in the box.
Sure, you played with some strikers in your time?
Yeah, there's been a few. It's come and go. The one that recently there moved, was it last year, the year before? Emily was a good striker to play alongside with. But all the girls are great. All the girls put in the work rate, put in the effort. We've got a new signing there, Mia. She's come across and in training, and she's a very, very talented young girl, and I'm looking forward to starting the season and playing alongside her.
We were talking earlier about those new signings. Just how crucial will new signings to Crusaders be this year?
It's new blood into the team, and new talent and new performance to join in with the rest of the girls. And in pre-season, we're all getting that bond and connecting together. So once the season starts, it'll be good to put that bond that we've built in pre-season into the pitches, into the games during the season. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I'm excited for the season and what's going to happen, what's going to bring.
We'll go a little bit back in your career. You obviously just haven't played here. You played in Sweden as well.
Yeah, so I got a wee spell out in Sweden back in, I think it was 2012 maybe. It's a bit of a long time ago.
It's a long time ago, God. What was that like? That must have been a great experience.
Yes, you know what? I'm glad for the opportunity that I got back then. It was a team called Nietorp. It was a different experience, that was for sure. Just a different style of football compared to over here. And I just loved every minute of it. And whatever I learned out there, I was able to bring back into the game over here.
In terms of the style of football, what was the difference?
They were very sit-back defensive in pass and move. Whereas here, I believe it's more fast-paced, it's more attack, it's more pressure, as in like it's up and down. It's a lot quicker over here than it would be over there.
I'm sure you did amazing over there, but maybe over here kind of suits your style a little bit better?
Yeah, it's because over here is a lot more fast-paced. It suits me because I'm on the wing. I like the brag that I've got a bit of a pace to me, so it suits me here better, so I'm able to attack more.
Do you learn any Swedish?
I did not, unfortunately.
Oh no! Maybe when you score goals this year, you can start celebrating Swedish.
I might Google it for you.
Okay. Remember, interview, then celebrating
Yes.
Swedish. The list going here for what you
That's
have to do this season. Leah, you're kind of Plunkett through and through. I don't really need to ask you about times that you played for other teams. Just what has made you stay with Plunkett that whole time?
Probably just because of my family. All my family's involved, and I love it. I don't really remember life really without it. And when we started the girls' football at Plunkett, I didn't really have much of a choice. I had to play. I remember not wanting to. I remember hating it. But yeah, I'll never leave. Like I'm involved with the girls, the junior girls, helping taking the teams and stuff and looking after them. And so I just enjoy it, and I don't know no different. So I'll be there for life.
Your dad is a coach. Are you kind of hoping to follow with him and be a coach as well?
Well, I do. I take from me and him. Both. We look after the 2016, 2015 and 2014 girls together. And sometimes we'll go out and take the 2016 boys as well. So yeah, everything that he does involved in Plunkett, I'm doing too.
What's it like? You've got your sister and you've got your dad, you know.
I've got
such
the whole
a family.
Yeah, my brother, my granda, everybody. It's like, it's nuts in my house. Everything's just Plunkett.
And that coaching thing, obviously, in about 20 years' time when you do retire, is that kind of something that you want to keep continuing with, Plunkett, seeing that kind of growth in women's football? Yeah,
definitely. And I think, especially like, I said I was getting old. But
I don't like the way you automatically looked at. Actually, I'm flattered that you didn't look in my direction, but yeah.
I said I was getting old, but I definitely do see myself when I stop playing, being really heavily involved with the girls, whether it be in behind the scenes with registrations or whether it be like hands-on out coaching. But the girls part of our club is probably the most important. We do prioritise it, and it's really, really important to me. So I think actually this year we're bringing our first girls team to the Foyle Cup, so it's a big thing for us as a club, so I'm excited about that.
That'll be amazing. Yeah. I'm sure you're kind of hoping that the sky is the limit for yourselves, and maybe you might get a wee international player in there somewhere.
Well, we've had Cara Mervyn. She played for us before we even had girls. She was with the boys, and she played one season with the girls. She was a wee internationalist for a while. Kirsty and Caitlin McGuinness both played for us at junior level, and they're obviously both playing international. So it wouldn't be bad to see a couple more follow in their footsteps. Yeah.
And Leah McGonigle is their coach, eh?
Maybe.
Speaking of those internationals, we're going to take another wee break here, and we're going to catch up with how all of the players have been getting on in the transfer window and see what moves have been made.
There's been a number of changes at Larne Women since our last roundup, with Molly Gilmore this week being appointed as their new Girls Academy Director, whilst 3 players, Amanda Morton, Leola McCain and Tia McGuire, have all confirmed their departures from the club. Former guest on the Northern Ireland Women's Football Show, Casey Howe, has also been on the move since our last episode, as she has moved from Sligo Rovers to Athlone Town, who ended last season on a real high, winning 4 of their last 5 league games to eventually finish in 5th place in the League of Ireland Women's Premier Division. Lisburn Ladies manager Phil Lewis has made his first move into the transfer market in 2024, signing highly rated Northern Ireland Under-19 international Rebecca McGee from Glentoran, whilst Derry City women have also made their first move into the market, bringing in Eva Ferguson. Moving over to the mainland now, and it's been another week of moves for some of our Northern Ireland senior players. First up, Megan Bell has moved from Glasgow Rangers to Hearts Women on loan until the end of the season. The 22-year-old has already made 25 appearances for the Northern Ireland national team, and no doubt with more regular game time at Hearts, she'll be open to add to that tally. Midfielder defender Rebecca Holliday has returned to her former club Birmingham City after a spell playing in the United States for Racing Louisville. Holloway returns, no doubt hoping to add to her tally of 65 games already played for the St Andrews side. And finally, Ciara Watling has signed for Millwall Lionesses from Southampton for a second spell at the club. 31-year-old Watling, who has 11 caps in Northern Ireland, has previously also been in the books of Crystal Palace and Charlton Athletic. We wish all of the players well at their new clubs.
Thank you, Colin, for that. Now that deadline day is passed and the transfer market is closed across the water, it'll be interesting to see how the Northern Ireland girls get on. And then back over here, I'm excited to see what transfers are made over the next couple of weeks before the next show. Mairead, I'll probably ignore what Leah said about you being old earlier, but you're one of the more experienced players in that Crusaders side. So Leah was saying about coaching. Is that something that you're interested in too?
I've done that side of things. I would like to fall back into it, obviously coming closer to the retirement stage, but I have coached within our youth academy for many years. I've coached with the IFA part-time casual time as well. I've had that experience, I've had my badges. It is a privilege to do all that. It's an enjoyment to be able to coach the younger generation and see them growing up. Some of the girls that I play alongside, I actually coached at the Cruise Academy too, so it's a bit of an awe to see them going, I coached you when you were younger and you're playing alongside me now.
It's a little bit scary, that?
No, because I take credit for their ability. No, I'm joking. No, it's not scary. It's just like thinking, whoa, I remember you at such a young age, and it just shows you that women's football is growing. The teamwork and effort from our players that go and help out in the academy and coach the girls is showing that it's proven the work as well. Like the commitment from the players on the field, off the field, to helping out the girls at the academy and coach them and getting them there. It's just like a good circle to have. Like we've got one of the top academies over here.
Would it kind of be those younger girls that you'd be interested in coaching, or would it be in, this is how you do it, Leah, in about 30 years time when you retire and you're the age to retire, or would it kind of be like that senior squad that you'd be looking?
I've not really thought of it in that retrospect, because I've always coached kind of younger girls and was able to help them with their social skills and their abilities and bring them all together, and seeing the confidence grow from a young age going in to them to become footballers. That was always something that always interested me, and thinking, wow, I could be a part of someone's confidence building and that, and then starting them at their basics. Would I like to coach at an older level? Possibly, yeah. I used to coach in secondary schools too. I used to coach GA back when I lived in Derry. I was a primary school coach and a development officer before I went on back into studies, but it is a passion of mine. Sport, I live and breathe it. I'll never give it up. If I have to stop playing football, I'll find a way to stay in it.
Not going to let you away with not mentioning what you do day to day, because I think it is amazing. What's your day-to-day job?
I'm a bus driver for TransLink. I work for Ulster Bus.
Like, how do you have time to do everything? I don't understand. I said to Leah earlier, how many days is there? Am I missing something here?
I'm lucky enough that where I'm based, certain times the buses services stop and my work colleagues accommodate me for my football, which is great. Don't get me wrong, it's draining, it's tiring. You can be working right up to 6:30 and you're coming straight off a bus service. It could last for 2 hours and you're going straight into the training or match and your legs are like jelly, but you pick yourself up and you go on. It's what you sign up for. Like, it's over here at the minute, we're still pushing for women's football to become professional. Until that day happens, I'll keep doing what I'm doing and I'll keep putting the work rate in and keep playing.
Do you ever get recognised in the bus?
Yes, I got from primary school kids and secondary school kids would recognise you from time to time, and then they'd be like, "Oh, Crusaders, we're Cliftonville." I'm like, "Oh, thank you," or "We're Glens," or "We're this," or "We're that." I think it's just a wind-up merchant.
You charge them extra.
Double.
Good for you.
They're like 13 and you're like adult fare for you.
Well, that's it. Yes, no, but no, they're just kids being kids, just like to try and wind you up. But it's all part of the job, and you just laugh it off. I enjoy what I do, and it's been a long time since I was able to say I actually love what I do.
That must be really rewarding for you, that you can kind of have that and you love it. Maybe this year you'll make them all be like, I'm Crusaders when you're scoring all around you in your 10th year.
That's it. I'll go pick them up and bring them to the matches. But no, yeah, well, we'll see how it goes. I can hopefully maybe sway a few of the kids that put on the Crusaders shirt and be like, yeah, you are the team now to go all the way. So that's a good aim to have, especially at work.
Leah, you obviously have an interesting job as well. Nobody's boring jobs coming in here. You're a lifeguard. What's that like as an experience? I'm sure it's very challenging.
I enjoy it. It's good. It's good fun. But just like she touched on, obviously, with the, you know, when you're going to work and then you have to go and train and whatever, but like we would have to do our staff training every 4 weeks, and you're in the pool maybe for an hour or more, and you're tired as it is swimming, and then I'm having to get up to the house and rush up the training, and then you're training maybe for like 2 hours, so it can be tiring. But no, I love it. It's good fun. It's enjoyable.
And rewarding, just like Mairead.
Yeah, very, and quite similar as well, just with like kids coming into the pool, and obviously mine are just from local girls, but even just seeing the kids coming in and out and just having that wee relationship with them, and you can see them being sort of like all biz, they know you, and they're like, I know what lifeguard, just from football. But so there's a great like community sort of feel with my job, and it obviously ties in with my football, so yeah, it's good.
And Mairead, as the show comes to a close, I'll be nice to you because I feel like I'm making up still for Leah. But what are your goals for the season? What do you want to be sitting here this time next year and telling me? After you do the interviews, whenever you score all these goals and all that.
Isn't it? I would love to be able to come back and be like, we've picked up some silverware, we've got a trophy, I've finally achieved that tick box with the club, and keep climbing up that league ladder. I would love to be able to win the league with them. But again, it's progression. We'll just keep putting the work in, and if we finish second next year, I'll be more ecstatic.
And Leah, obviously we said there's not too much pressure on you this year, you've said yourself, but what would be your goals, even personal goals? Beat your sister?
Individual goals, maybe just try and manage my emotions a lot better on the pitch. I feel like I missed half of the season last year with suspensions and holidays. So that's an individual goal for me. I want to be able to manage my emotions better, and I just want to enjoy it. I want to have a good individual season, and I just want to enjoy it.
Really excited to see how you both get on, and hopefully you'll be sitting here in a year's time. You can bring the silverware in, and it'll be great.
And hopefully you get that win after your 10 years. Yes. Your lucky 10.
That's it.
I'm more concerned about the kids and the boss. I want to see see their faces when you say, oh, actually, here you go, here's my trophy, and here's this.
Get the wee picture for them.
Pictures on the bus.
That's it.
You'll be signing the bus tickets, the bus receipts, autographs.
Well, we'll be able to see this in a year, but for now, for this year, that's us from us in the studio. Thank you so much for watching this episode of the Northern Ireland Women's Football Show, and we will see you in a couple of weeks' time. But for now, it's goodbye from me.